What is Pharrell Williams' net worth? The most expensive hit of the 2000s? Stay tuned and learn more about the lives of rich people. Hello dear friends. Pharrell Williams is an extremely successful musician, producer, and fashion designer. His net worth is $250 million. Pharrell began producing with his longtime friend Chad Hugo in the early 90s. Over the next decade, the pair, known as the Neptunes, developed their sound. By the early 2000s, they had established themselves as a productive and successful production duo, releasing a staggering number of hits between 2000 and 2009 and winning numerous awards. At one point, the songs they produced accounted for 43% of the songs played on radio in the United States. In addition to producing hits, he has also released several solo albums and is touring with his band Nerd. When he's not producing, writing or performing, the tireless artist also runs a clothing line, designs furniture, runs an overseas entertainment website geared towards teens, and is creative director of Karma Loop TV, an online channel with original content. Early years. Pharrell Lancelo Williams was born April 5, 1973 in Virginia Beach, Virginia. He is the son of Pharrell, a handyman, and Caroline Williams, a teacher. Pharrell attended Princess Anne High School, where he played snare drum in the marching band. He attended Northwestern University for 2 years before dropping out. The eldest of 3 sons, Pharrell began his career in partnership with childhood friend Chad Hugo when they founded the Neptunes production company to promote and sell the work of pop, hip-hop, and R&B artists. Hugo and Williams also formed a 4-piece R&B band of the same name. They were discovered by Teddy Riley when they played a high school talent show. After graduation, the group signed with Riley Studios. Early career. Pharrell Williams wrote the verse and helped produce the 1992 hit Rum Shaker for Rex and Effects. Later that year, he performed a rap solo on Right Here, UK remix for SWV. The following year, Williams and Chad Hugo met rap duo Clips in Virginia Beach and later signed with Arista Records. Hugo and Pharrell had established themselves as a production duo by the time they were assistant producers on the single Tonight's the Night for Blackstreet. They spent the next 3 years producing until they achieved a bit of success with the Norse song Super Thug in 1998. The song reached number 36 on the Billboard chart and brought the duo to the world's attention for the first time. The Neptunes. The Neptunes produced a song for Jay-Z with a chorus of Pharrell's I Just Wanna Love You, Give It To Me in 2000. The song caught Britney Spears' attention, and the Neptunes released the lead single for her third album, the catchy hit I'm a Slave For You. Later that year, William, Hugo, and Haley released their first album as Nerd in Search Of. The Neptunes took the top spot in the US when they released Nelly's single Hot In Here. The band released their first studio album, The Neptunes Present Clones, in 2003 and their second studio album, Fly or Die, in March 2004. Williams won 2 Grammy Awards in 2004, one for Producer of the Year and another for Best Pop Musician. The vocal album for his collaboration with Justin Timberlake on Justified, Williams was featured on Snoop Dogg's Drop It Like It's Hot, which topped the Billboard chart. Neptunes also produced Gwen Stefani's first solo hit, Holla Back Girl. The track became number 1 in the United States. Solo career. Williams began his solo career in 2003. His debut single Frontin was released in 2003. His debut album, In My Mind, charted in 2006. Williams also continued to produce solo compositions, producing tracks for Beyoncé, additional tracks for Britney Spears, and Madonna's 11th album, Hard Candy, in April 2008. In 2009, he co-wrote and produced the song Fresh Out of the Oven for Jennifer Lopez. He won a Grammy for Producer of the Year, a Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album, and a Grammy for Best Rap Song, Moneymaker. Pharrell Williams has received dozens of other nominations and awards. Williams wrote the soundtrack to the movie Despicable Me in July 2010, and in 2011 he collaborated with Adam Lambert on his new album. In 2014, Pharrell Williams won 4 Grammy Awards out of 8 nominations. He won Grammys for Producer of the Year, Album of the Year, Recording of the Year, and Best Group Performance. Pharrell's second album, Girl, was released in 2014 and reached number 1 on the US R&B chart as well as in Australia, Denmark, Switzerland, and the United Kingdom. The album also reached number 2 on the Billboard 200 chart and in several other countries. His single, Happy, reached number 1 in 10 countries and went 7 times platinum. Williams was also featured in Robin Thicke's hit singles Blurred Lines with T.I., which reached number 1 in 10 countries, and Daft Punk's Get Lucky, which reached number 1 in 6 countries. He also produced Blurred Lines and Happy, as well as Ed Sheeran's number 1 single Sing. In March 2014, Williams replaced CeeLo Green as coach on the 7th season of The Voice. Williams teamed up with Al Gore in June 2015 to organize a live Earth concert on several continents to raise awareness about climate change. In 2019, Williams launched Something in the Water, a 3-day music and culture festival on the Virginia Beach waterfront. It featured solo performances by Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Missy Elliott, and many other well-known artists. Later that year, Williams collaborated with Hans Zimmer and produced 5 songs for Disney's Lion King. The ever-active Pharrell Williams has many new plans on the drawing board or already in various stages of realization. Commercial ventures. In 2008, Pharrell Williams co-designed eyewear and jewelry for Louis Vuitton. Williams collaborated with Takashi Murakami on a sculpture at Art Basel in 2009. In May 2012, Williams launched I Am Other, a multimedia creative collective and record label. I Am Other has a dedicated YouTube channel as well as a clothing line. He also founded 2 clothing lines, Billionaire Boys Club and Ice Cream Footwear. Billionaire Boys Club has a flagship store in New York, and Ice Cream has a footwear store in Tokyo, Japan. In 2013, Williams created a line of sunglasses for Moncler. Williams was an executive producer on the 2015 film Doping. The following year, he partnered with Adidas and released his Human Race collection on July 23, 2016. Williams owns From One Hand to Another, FOHTA, a non-profit organization. Their vision is to modernize the traditional community center to empower underprivileged children by giving them access to the new technology, media, and the arts. Pharrell also collaborated with Chanel and Adidas on the €1,000 sneakers in 2017. In April 2019, Williams partnered with Verizon to launch a music curriculum as part of a nationwide campaign for Verizon Foundation's learning schools. The organization aims to provide internet access and free technology to high schools with limited resources. Real estate. In 2007, Pharrell sold his penthouse in Miami Beach for $8.5 million. That same year, he moved into a 3-story penthouse also in Miami with more than 9,000 square feet of living space. That penthouse was worth $12.5 million. In 2012, he put that house on the market for just under $17 million. It eventually took in $9,350,000 in 2015. In 2015, Williams and his family moved into a 17,000 square foot home in Laurel Canyon, Los Angeles. He paid $15.6 million for the property, whose previous owner was Tyler Perry. Pharrell put the home up for sale in March 2020 for $17 million. In April 2020, Pharrell paid $30 million for a home in Coral Gables. The 3.5-acre waterfront property with a 17,000 square foot mansion was previously listed for $45 million. What kind of music do you like best?